Sometimes you want to switch music distributors, whether you're assigning a track to a label, whether you want to leave a free platform reused for one that has more features or better rate, or that's not taking cut at all, or whatever the reason is, you want to migrate from one distributor, let's say CD Baby, to a different one, let's say DistroKid. But you also want to do so without losing streams. You don't want to have your song start from the whole less than 1,000 stream thing again. You'd rather have it start from where it left off instead of losing all the hard work you already put into the song. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can migrate your releases from one distributor to another. I'm going to be showing you in DistroKid, but this works in literally any distributor. So the entire process in a nutshell is that we're going to redistribute the song on a new platform first. We're going to make sure we use all the same metadata that we can. And then we're going to check on Spotify in particular that the stream has synced, which I'll show you an example of. And then after that, we're going to go back to the original distributor and pull the release. Imagine here, I'm on the new distributor, DistroKid, and imagine that this is the old distributor backend. I'm going to come here, I'm going to do upload music. And then now I'm going to be flipping between these two pages, right? So I want to make sure that it's the same number of songs. Has the single been previously released? Yes, right? So I would come here and look. It's come out May 12th, 2023. I'm going to make sure I choose the same band name. I would link up any socials that I have to do. The label you actually can make different. It doesn't have to be the same. This is actually a pretty typical scenario in that a label is picking up a song that's already released. They will often change the label when they distribute it. I haven't seen that cause an issue. You choose your language and then genres. I've also seen the genre of music not cause an issue either. So you could go into your distributor. Some distributors will show it in the back end. In this case, it doesn't, but you could choose the same ones, but it doesn't matter if you do or not. Album cover. Just make sure you upload the same one. Technically, I don't actually think it has to be the same one. I always do. Like, let's say theoretically you wanted to change your artwork while migrating. What I would do just to be safe is migrate the release and then change the artwork. Like typically on your distributor, it's pretty easy just to go into edit release and then change the artwork. So I always do the migration first and then I change the artwork if I want to change the artwork. But I'm also overly safe for a lot of this stuff. But if you don't have the artwork, what you can do is you can typically go in your back end of your distributor and you can usually download it. They'll usually have some place to grab it. If you don't, hopefully you've made a backup of it or you can generate another one. But upload it. I'm not going to do it here because I'm not actually publishing this. Song name, this does have to be the same. So don't rename your song in this process. Claustrophobic, paste. If you have any features or versions, make sure those match up as well. I don't in this case. Now this is super important. Already have an ISRC code. We're going to choose yes. Because over in this preview distributor, which by the way, this is I'm just, doing DistroKid for both, but this, whatever platform you're using will have all this information for you. So find your ISRC code and then go back and paste that in. If your song's released, it has an ISRC code. It has to, essentially. Now the audio file, this should also be the same as well. Technically, it is possible to squeak in a subtly different audio file, but I would not recommend it. That's more likely to break this whole thing. So make sure you're grabbing ideally the exact same audio file. For example, in DistroKid, you can just come here and click download. So at this point, you have the audio file downloaded, and you can come back over here and upload it. And that's the last piece of information that's super critical, right? We have the release date, we have the number of songs, we have the artwork, song name, audio file, ISRC code. And that's the critical part. As I said, you can change some things like the genre of music and the label. I'd probably try to keep the credits the same, but I believe you can update those anyways because you can kind of update your credits anytime with your distributor typically. But now you can go through the rest of this and just pick whatever settings you need. Pick your lyric status, pick your track price, pick your credits, any other features you want. I usually don't use any of these things actually. Do your checkboxes and click distribute. So I already did this for this song because this song I had on another distributor. The reason why I migrated it to DistroKid is because I have a lot of the rest of this music on DistroKid, and I'm going to be releasing an album soon. And I don't want to have the album spread across multiple distributors because that gets kind of weird from an accounting perspective. And I think it can cause payment conflicts as well. So I didn't want to worry about that. I migrated it to whatever platform was easiest for me to use, and that's the first part of it. The second part is you want to make sure that your release syncs. And this, I have it for this Omen release, but I also did it for claustrophobic as well. If I go to claustrophobic, once you distribute, you're gonna have to wait like a couple days for it to get pushed to platforms, and then a couple days for the platforms to ingest it. So I would wait like a week after you do this, and then come to Spotify, go to your release, and you should see right here one more release. This means that it migrated, and I can even click in there and flip, and you'll notice if I zoom in, notice how it says Genera Studios down here, 2025, but if I go to one more release, 2023 Ever Waking Moment, because when I previously distributed it, I did Ever Waking Moment, and I did it in 2023 when it first came out. But since I just pushed it in 2025, even though the release date is 2023, it's acknowledging that the copyright, like it was distributed 2025 for the label Genera Studios. But everything else is synced, right? Like we don't see the streams change. We do actually see the save status change, which is interesting. Like this version of the song is apparently added to the playlist, whereas this is not. I'm not actually sure what happens when I flip to, when I remove it from the original. I haven't seen that be an issue in the past. The color changes here too, which is interesting. I never noticed that before. I wonder if I go to this one. This is another one I did it for. This one, the color's the same, but the status of the song's been added to playlist. So I'm actually not sure if I were to pull this, will this still be in a playlist? That part I don't know. But I haven't seen it be a problem in the past. But once you see this here, you know that the old version of the release and the new version of the release has been merged, and that you're good to go in terms of going to the previous distributor and yanking it. Now, you might find that it's different on other platforms. For example, I noticed on Apple Music that there were duplicate releases for a few days, and then they snapped together. YouTube Music was the same thing. In fact, YouTube Music might still be messed up. No, it looks like YouTube Music actually did correct itself. But this was, I think, maybe a week it was messed up. Not only on YouTube Music, but also on the official artist channel on YouTube, there were duplicate releases here for a bit. And that's where you have to get into contacting your distributor and asking them to fix things, or contacting the individual DSP like YouTube Music or whatever and have them fix it. I didn't have to do any of that. It just corrected itself. I did check, I think, iHeartRadio's distribution thing, and it's still messed up there. I'm assuming, though, for those platforms, after I yoink the original versions, everything will go back to normal. Like even this, you see other versions going there. But they did link them together, and the plays are all linked together and everything. So these are kind of the signs that you know, like, okay, like things are merging together. It's safe to pull the original. Personally, what I do, what I've done in the past is I make sure the Spotify is good, and then I just wait like another week and then I pull it. Because typically Spotify's the fastest, Apple Music's pretty close, and everything else a week later, like the biggest things are done. You might not have like Yandex, and like Tidal can be kind of slow, Deezer can be slower. So if a certain platform is valuable to you, you might want to wait even longer just to be on the safe side. Now, at this point, your release has been pushed in the new distributor. You've confirmed that it's linked together on at least one, but preferably a few different DSPs. And now you're ready to go pull it. So at that point, this will be more or less the same for every platform, but you'll go into the song. And if there isn't just a big button somewhere for pulling the release, it might be hidden in a submenu. Like in DistroKid, for example, you go to Edit Release, and then all the way down at the bottom here, you can remove this release from all stores, and then give it, again, some more time. This all varies by distributor, but it might take another week or two for it to get pulled from all the platforms. Then you're just making sure that when it gets pulled, that everything still stays okay. In my experience, if you made sure that it's linked and then you pull, everything will be fine. This, like, moving stuff between distributors is a pretty common scenario. And if you contact your distributor for customer support or a DSP, like, they'll be familiar with this situation. So it's not like a rare thing for someone to move distributors. And if you were like, whoa, Andrew, how do you have a couple 100,000 streams here? I would love to do the same thing for my music. Well, you can check out this video right here to see how I promote my music using meta ads from start to finish. And if you want to see whatever YouTube thinks you should watch, check out this video right here. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.